Alright, we're on to chapter 5, entitled Partners. I'm playing as Connor in this one. This chapter has a lot to it, a lot of things we gotta look at, but I'll go over all of them. So we're entering this bar that is not friendly to androids. And we're here to look for a lieutenant that we're going to work with. Now to complete the flowchart, we're gonna have to scan a few faces. I'll scan the bartender, Jimmy. He owns this bar, he has no criminal record. And we'll just scan a couple of the people in the booth here. We got Jonah, no criminal record, unemployed. And Edward, administrator, no criminal record.
Buy me a drink?
That should be enough. You can scan all the rest if you'd like, but the guy we're looking for is right here. And just scanning those three got enough for our flowchart. Alright, we got Lieutenant Hank Anderson. You may recognize this actor from Shawshank Redemption. He played a guard there. Not a very nice guy in that film. I'm gonna talk to him now.
Lieutenant Anderson, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife. I looked for you at the station, but nobody knew where you were. They said you were probably having a drink nearby. I was lucky to find you at the 5th bar.
What do you want?
You were assigned a case early this evening. A homicide involving a CyberLife android. In accordance with procedure, the company has allocated a specialized model to assist investigators.
Well, I don't need any assistance. Especially not from a plastic asshole like you. Just be a good little robot and get the fuck out of here.
So we're gonna be understanding.
I understand that some people are not comfortable in the presence of androids, but
I am perfectly comfortable. Now back off before I crush you like an empty beer can.
We want to build up our reputation with him, so we're gonna reason with him.
Listen, I think you should stop drinking and come with me. It'll make life easier for both of us.
We're gonna buy him a drink. You have 3 choices here.
You know what? I'll buy you one for the road. What do you say?
To 100% the flowchart,
Bartender, the same again, please.
you have to play this mission 3 times and choose a different option there each time.
Make it a double.
But buying him a drink is by far the best one, if we want him to like us.
Did you say homicide?
So even though you have to play this 3 times in order to get everything, it's mostly because of that bar scene and that choice right there. You could either spill his drink, buy him a drink, or you can wait for him outside. But really there's only 2 endings.
You wait here. It won't be long.
We're gonna be patient right here.
Whatever you say, Lieutenant.
Fucking A, whatever I say.
There's 2 endings. One is just simply failure, and the other one is success. So we're gonna go for that one.
Josh Douglas for Channel 16. Can you confirm that this is a homicide?
Obviously, we didn't wait in the car.
I'm not confirming anything.
Typical DPD, they don't tell us shit.
Androids are not permitted beyond this point.
It's with me. What part of staying in the car didn't you understand?
Your order contradicted my instructions, Lieutenant.
You don't talk, you don't touch anything, and you stay out of my way. Got it?
Got it.
Evening, Hank. We were starting to think you weren't gonna show.
Yeah, that was the plan till this asshole found me.
So, got yourself an android, huh?
Oh, very funny. Just tell me what happened.
We had a call around 8 from the landlord. The tenant hadn't paid his rent for a few months, so he thought he'd drop by, see what was going on. That's when he found the body.
I'm just gonna follow him inside
Jesus, that smell.
to this
It was
wonderful
even worse
crime
before
scene.
we opened the windows. The victim's name's Carlos Ortiz. He has a record for theft and aggravated assault. According to the neighbors, he was kind of a loner. Stayed inside most of the time. They hardly ever saw him.
Well, the state he's in. Wasn't worth calling everybody out in the middle of the night. Could have waited till morning.
I'd say he's been there for a good 3 weeks. We'll know more when the coroner gets here. There's a kitchen knife over here. Probably the murder weapon.
Any sign of a break-in?
Nope. The landlord said the front door was locked from the inside. All the windows were boarded up. The killer must have gone out the back way.
What do we know about his android?
Not much. The neighbors confirmed he had one, but it wasn't here when we arrived. I gotta get some air. Make yourself at home. I'll be outside if you need me.
I'm not making myself at home in this place. Alright. So this is a timed mission, but it gives you a pretty good amount of time.
Perfect.
We're gonna look at this here.
Human rights like this.
Got some red ice. You may have heard Anderson just now. He said no human rights like that. So
Chris,
we know that was an
is this written in the
android.
victim's blood?
I would say so. We're taking samples for analysis.
We're gonna look at the knife as well. We're gonna analyze it. And we're gonna do something a little creepy.
Oh, Jesus, what the hell are you doing?
I'm analyzing the blood. I can check samples in real time. I'm sorry. I should have warned you.
Okay, just don't put any more evidence in your mouth, you got it?
Got it.
I think that was a very
Fucking hell, I can't believe this shit.
well acted scene right there. Got some dried blood from the victim. Also over here on the ground,
Red ice.
there's some more blood for us to look at.
Seems our friend Carlos liked to party.
There's a
Chris,
couple
I want
things to
full
do in here,
analysis on
but
the
you don't have to do it.
narcotics.
Opening this actually serves no purpose, but we'll do it. At any point, you can press R2, and it'll show you your objectives.
You're done, Lieutenant.
And later on, they'll show you a timer if you're running out of time. We can also examine this little pamphlet here. Eden Club. Android strippers.
Hey, Mike, you finished taking samples?
Alright.
Yeah, that's it.
We can go outside and look to see if anyone went out that way. If you wait too long, they actually won't let you go out the back door here. I think it actually isn't based on time. It's based on if you get all other evidence first. They won't let you back here.
Door was locked from the inside. Killer must have gone out this way.
There are no footprints apart from Officer Collins' size 10 shoes.
Well, this happened weeks ago. Tracks could have faded.
No, this type of soil would retain a trace. Nobody's been out here for a long time.
We got a fallen chair to look at. We see there's signs of struggle. We also see that the victim had a criminal record there. And we're gonna read this magazine. More android strippers. We know what the victim was fond of. Like with all magazines, there's a second issue we have to look at. There is a knife missing. that to look at on the ground. We're going to look at the handle. We're also going to look at the top right here. Now we have to reconstruct it. So it does look like the victim attacked Android with a bat, and the Android grabbed a knife to defend himself. Or possibly in anger. We need to check right here on this piece of wall for some dried blood. And there's also some dried blood right here in the doorway. We're gonna go back to where the body is. We're gonna look at these words written on top. I am alive.
You should have been here a half hour.
I'm gonna analyze that. Written in a font, so that was done by the Android. And now we're gonna examine the body. Now we need to look at the eye. He died 3 weeks ago. I'm gonna look at his mouth. Look at his torso here. 19 days ago, more than 19 days. Internal bleeding from 28 stab wounds. And then we gotta check out his hand lastly. Yep. I'm gonna reconstruct this. I'm gonna find all the answers. Looks like he tripped. And he was stabbed. Yeah, the fight came from the kitchen all the way into the living room.
He was stabbed 28 times.
Yeah. Seems like the killer really had it in for him.
Alright, so it wants us to report to Anderson. However, we are missing one piece of evidence, as you can see. So we're gonna go get that last one. And that is down this hall in the bathroom. And this is gonna provide us with sort of a motive. Open the shower curtain. If you look downward, obsessive writing, and religious offering. So it's looking like the victim found this and took out some anger on the android, and the android murdered him for it. So now we can go talk to Hank. We have everything we need. Now if you answer Hank wrong 3 times, you will fail the mission. But that's alright, we're gonna answer him correctly.
Lieutenant, I think I figured out what happened.
Oh, yeah? Shoot, I'm all ears.
It all started
Started in the kitchen.
in the kitchen.
There are obvious signs of a struggle. The question is, what exactly happened here?
I think the victim attacked the android
With a bat.
with the bat.
That lines up with the evidence. Go on.
We know that the android stabbed the victim.
The android stabbed the victim.
So the android was trying to defend itself, right? Okay, then what happened?
The victim fled to
He fled to the living room.
the living room.
get away from the android. All right, that makes sense.
The android murdered the victim
With a knife.
with the knife.
Okay. Your theory's not totally ridiculous, but it doesn't tell us where the android went.
It was damaged by the bat and lost some therium.
Lost some what?
Therium. You call it blue blood. It's the fluid that powers androids' biocomponents. It evaporates after a few hours and becomes invisible to the naked eye.
Oh. But I bet you can still see it, can't you?
Correct.
Yeah.
And Hank likes us more now. He respects us a little bit. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why if you're a flesh and blood human, you don't attack an android. You just don't. Alright, so we're supposed to be using R2 to scan. And what we want to scan is in this hallway. Right outside the bathroom. See those spots right there? We're going to get a little bit closer. We're going to examine this wall right here. I see that there was previously a ladder there. We can also open this for no reason at all, other than that it's funny. But what we really want to do is look up at the attic. Interesting. So now we need to get up there, but we don't have a ladder. We're going to take this chair right here.
Hey, what are you doing with that chair?
I'm going to check something.
Gonna check something.
I'm going to use that to get up into the attic. My question is, if the deviant android is up here, why has he stayed up here for over 19 days? Why not leave? It's very bizarre. So we're going to keep moving forward. I'm going to push this curtain out of the way. And look at that freaky thing. So like I said, there's a successful way to end this, and then there's mission failure. It's the only two endings. The way to fail the mission is to either take too long gathering the 10 clues, or to answer incorrectly 3 times when speaking to Hank. If you do take a little too long, there is sort of a save. If you've been nice to Hank, he will give you more time when you plead for it. But if you haven't been nice to him, he will deny that.
I was just defending myself. He was gonna kill me. I'm begging you. Don't tell him.
Connor, what the fuck is going on up there?
It's here, Lieutenant!
Oh, shit. Chris, Ben, get your asses in here now.
Snitches get stitches.
Come on!
And that's it for that mission. Alright. Let's go over this flowchart. It's a pretty long mission. You start off in front of the bar. The bar that hates androids, but you enter anyway because you're looking for Lieutenant Hank Anderson. You scan some customers, and then you scan Anderson. You chat with him, and you have 3 options. And this is why you have to play this mission 3 times if you want to get 100%. Because you have to complete the mission for each of these options. You have to spill his drink at least once, wait outside at least once, and buy him a drink. But buying him a drink is by far the best choice if you're trying to gain favor with Hank. So anyway, we head on to the scene of the crime. You examine the Eden Club flyer. Huh. I forgot that was part of the flowchart. Unless that's the one in the kitchen. Yeah, I think that might be the one in the kitchen, not the one in the bedroom area. So the bedroom area one is still optional. So yeah, in the kitchen, you examine the Eden Club flyer. You examine a chair. By the body, you analyze the red ice. You also analyze the knife. Check out the missing knife in the kitchen. Check out blood on the walls. Check the shower. Analyze the victim's body and the baseball bat. And you can reconstruct those moments. Sample the blood. Open the closet. See, I said that was optional. It seems that opening the closet and examining the flyer is not optional. So I apologize for that. You do read the magazine, and you have to go in the backyard, but you have to do that before you gather all 10 pieces of evidence. If you take too long, it shows that Hank wants to go, but if you've been nice to him when you ask for more time, he'll accept it. If you haven't been nice, he'll refuse. If he does refuse, he ends the investigation. But also, you can be out of time. So Connor, if you've gathered all 10 pieces of evidence, he knows what happened, you report it to Anderson. If you answer incorrectly, or you run out of time, the crime goes unsolved. But if you answer correctly, and you reconstruct the crime properly, with the evidence you've gathered, then that leads you to following the trail of blue blood, which brings you to the attic, and that is how you find a deviant. So that's all for this chapter. I feel like of the 5 chapters we've played through so far, this probably was the most involved. I do look forward to playing the ones following this, and I will be uploading those to YouTube in the next few days, so please stay tuned. If you're interested in watching me play live stream games, check me out on Twitch under name Kazarus. It's twitch.tv/Kazarus. And also keep an eye on my YouTube, because I do plan on playing through this entire game and hopefully making as little mistakes as possible. So see you guys next time.